Hey, what do you say? You want to kick this thing off?
Fire in the hole, baby.
You know it, buddy. Fire in the hole.
I'm doing my little Texas two-step here for people that can't see.
It's a burning thing.
Johnny Cash.
And it makes
I've been wanting to play this one for a while. You know, Mr. Fire there.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
The man in black, you're wearing black tonight. You know,
there you have it. It's slimming.
It is.
And after Thanksgiving, brother, I need some slimming. Holy moly. We'll get to that in a minute.
Absolutely. So, yeah, I just want to start a little Johnny. I've been sitting on this one for a while. I just got to get it off the plate. Well, All right,
just so you know, for the record,
yeah,
we're at podcast number
12. Yeah.
And I've yet to pick a song.
You know what? We're going to have to change that.
I'm just saying, man. I don't know.
You know,
but 12 in a row, bro. I mean that's like a high state whip in Michigan every year, 12 straight times.
Do you see the way I'm just gripping that MP3 player?
Oh my God, dude! You couldn't pull that out of your cold dead hand, man. You're like John Wayne with a Colt 45 and a freaking.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I have the power.
It's like I'm driving the damn car. Yeah, that's right. It's me. So
yeah, man, remotes are a powerful thing, aren't they?
And they are. It was made for us. It was definitely made. You know,
it's a Y chromosome thing.
There's no doubt about it. It absolutely is. But you said it, dude. This is podcast number 12. It's Thursday, December freaking 1st.
I know. Merry Christmas.
I know. What the hell happened to the rest of the year?
I don't know. You know what's crazy? I have a Christmas this weekend with my mom and dad.
That is stupid.
I'm like, what?
Really? Oh, that is.
I'm
my
like,
gosh. That is absolutely stupid. I don't know.
And I'm looking at my bank account going,
okay.
Ain't no Christmas there.
Coal, baby. That's all you're going to get.
Yeah.
Skull
Mom and Dad, you've been naughty.
Yeah, skull or coal. That's it. A little pinch
Good
between your teeth and gums there. Yeah. Podcast number 12, December 1st. And, we've got so much to talk about, man.
Oh, wow. Wow, what a phenomenal.
So much to talk about. Okay.
Yeah,
but before we do that, tell me about Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving week, did you eat? You dieted all week, right?
Yeah. I tell you what, man. Some things worked out. There were some other friends back home that I hadn't seen in a long time. I ended up going to 3 separate Thanksgivings.
Oh, my gosh. That's, how many calories about,
probably 3,500.
That's beautiful.
Per sit.
Oh, give me some.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Dude, yeah. I was pushing 10,000, man.
Oh, jeez.
Treats everywhere. Oh, dude, it was brutal.
That's what it's about.
It was brutal, but it was so fun.
That's what it's about. That's what the holiday is about. Getting together with family and friends and just.
I was trying to pace myself early. And it's like, no, it's time to go.
Yeah.
It's time to.
We did the same thing. And I got to tell you, because I'm always on this fix when I'm doing some, dessert. I'm Mr. Creme Brulee. I really hit this thing out of the park. I don't know.
Oh, did you knock one out?
Oh, geez. It's just.
Doesn't that make you feel good when you hit one for the holidays?
Oh, absolutely. It's just, that sounds like a really fancy dessert and all that because it does look that way. It's so damn easy. It just, heavy whipping cream and some egg yolk and some sugar. That's all it is.
Okay, Mr.
That's all it is. Okay, you know what? I'm going to make one for you one time.
Okay.
Chocolate mousse is next.
So, do any of those have alcohol? Can you find a treat? Can you find a treat with alcohol? I mean, I can still drink alcohol while I eat it, I guess, if I have to.
There are ones out there that we can absolutely do that.
Yeah,
There's no doubt about it.
You're the man.
So, okay, now we have Thanksgiving, man, but football. Freaking college football. Well, with pros college, I mean.
First of all, I can guarantee you this weekend,
there
were more scripts filled for frickin' Xanax and Prozac than you can shake a frickin' stick at, dude.
Oh, dude.
Oh, my God. I can't believe it, man. I was drinking vodka at beer pace. I was such a wreck.
Oh, I was nibbling at my fingernails down to the meat, down to the bone. I mean, I was eating nails. I was eating the
pacing,
chair.
Gosh. There's an indentation in the carpet like 6 feet long where I'm just back and forth. Oh, what a nightmare!
It was brutal. It was absolutely brutal.
I was too exhausted and emotionally drained to like even rub it in anyone's face, man. I was like,
it was when it was over. I think everybody here, we just kind of sat. We just kind of like,
thank God.
Is it over? I mean, is it really?
God.
You know, I mean, the first time I went for it, were any flags? No flags, right? You know, I just want to make sure. That's right. I want to get this thing over with. So
instant classic.
Yeah.
One of the best football games of all time.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. I mean, it's first time ever that the Bucs and Michigan ever had an overtime game. You know, a long history of that which is kind of surprising.
It's number 2 versus number 3. And it goes into double overtime. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it just, that played up to everything that everybody asked for. You know,
I just wish we would have played up to our level. I mean, we won, but
you know what? Let's.
Come on, man.
I'm just going to say it. They snatched victory out of the jaws of defeat. I mean, that is Ohio State. It was, and we mentioned the play
Where
calling.
Where are the convincing wins?
Yeah.
We just don't have them anymore, man. But you know what? Granted, we got 45 freshmen. Well, you know what? Y'all grew up, man. You're 45 sophomores. You better pick it up.
You're
telling me on that team with all that speed, nobody can run deep under a ball.
Yep.
And catch it.
Yep. That went fine with the Bowling Green game and the Tulsa game. You know what I mean? You got a bunch of young kids, but you nailed it. By the time you get to game 12, guys, you know what? Nobody remembers what grade you're in.
Who was the fastest guy on the team? Line up wide and sprint.
And just go. That's right.
God.
That's right. Just go.
And then chuck the hell out of it. And you will stretch the defense.
Now, you know who I got to give kudos to that speak for Michigan. I don't think that Ohio State was game planning for him. And
that dude has balls the size of freaking bowling balls, man.
It's just
yeah.
I got that kid impressed the hell out of me.
Yeah, he gets 5 bags of popcorn.
He does. That is 5 bags of popcorn.
That's.
You know what he did, and it was good game plan too, because you could tell they weren't throwing the ball long because he probably couldn't throw the ball long.
Well, it was a non-throwing collarbone, but dude, he has a broken collarbone.
I know. Guys are out for look at Tony Romo. You know that.
And to sit there and go, you know what? Let's just put a fat pad on it. I'm sure he was shot up.
I'm sure. Absolutely.
Stuff.
Absolutely.
But okay, I'm going to go out and play football.
Yep.
That's
impressive.
You know what? That's a leader.
Yeah.
That's a leader. That kid is a stud.
Yeah.
You have to give him all the props.
You got to know that he was hurting at times, and you never saw it. He got up.
Here's a question, though.
Yeah.
If you're the Buckeyes, why aren't you bringing the house every play early
and
knocking him on his ass, grabbing that arm, and burying that shoulder and ending it for him?
I asked that question
multiple
times. They should have brought the house.
The defensive front 7 for Ohio State should all be slapped.
Yeah.
The quarterback across from he's got a broken collarbone, and he never left the game.
I think I heard Bosa's name like 3 times. That was it.
Their line did a phenomenal job on our guys.
You know what? And thanks for saying that, because we can. It's easy for us to say it.
Their line, their offensive line is awesome too.
Yeah, they're studs. That's
they
why
were good, man.
That's why they were rated number 3.
I felt bad for the Michigan Big Uglies, man.
Yeah, and then the play, not the play call, the ref calling. There was some sucking.
It was bad. It was bad everywhere. It was bad on both sides. There were wrong calls. There were blown calls. There were missed calls. But at the end of the day,
it is what it is.
Tackle Samuel.
That's right.
And we don't have this discussion.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't see the ref going after these guys. The ref wasn't going after Samuel on that last run.
But have you noticed, especially at work, the Michigan fans this year? Boy, they are extra salty. Man, they are extra salty.
Hey, in their defense, they've been waiting for this for years, dude.
Oh, I know, man.
I mean,
hey.
They have been waiting for this for years.
Yeah,
that's pent up emotion, man.
I know.
I don't blame them.
I think the Wolverine Nation just knew the jinx was over.
Oh,
man.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
Those assholes, it's over.
It's, that was beautiful. So
they don't know how to act, man.
So, what a great game. Absolutely. Tremendous game.
Yeah.
And
did you see Urban at the end?
Oh, did you see him go down?
He just fell down flat, and he's like, my God. We got to be careful, man. We don't want him, all of a sudden he's got heart problems and he's gone again.
He did go down, didn't he?
Oh.
And was it not cool when that entire field filled up? It's like the whole stands just fell onto the field.
And there were some like gripes on like social media about that too.
Really?
Number 2, you beat number 3 at home. You're supposed to do that while you're charging the field.
Oh, that's so stupid.
I don't know. That just might have been, that
is so stupid.
I just watched the greatest college football game
ever
in history.
Yeah,
and we won
right.
in double overtime against the all evil empire of the North.
So I'm going to quietly walk out.
And I dropped $350 freaking bucks on this student section ticket. I'm getting a piece of turf, bastards.
Jeez, that is stupid.
That's one for the ages. You better be on the field.
I was saying after the game, I was wishing I was there. That was the one where, I would love to have been there on that field. I mean, that's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
That's what makes
I
the whole
had some
thing
friends
fun.
on the field, had some pictures on social media.
That was so cool.
That is cool, man.
That is so cool. That's great. So now that leaves, as we got playoff, we're getting close to the finals
first of
of
all,
playoffs.
all last week was playoff. I mean, let's not fool ourselves.
Good call.
You lose
good
now,
call.
you're done.
That was the beginning of the playoffs,
Yes,
really,
yeah.
in a way. The first round of playoffs, when you would look at it that way. So when they announced on Tuesday, Bama won, which I don't think anybody's going to complain about that. I mean, until somebody beats them, they're number one.
Yeah. Well, you know what? And half the poll will still vote him number one.
And just because. Well, hey, did you see Nick Saban's press conference this week?
I did not. I don't watch SEC, man. I hate them bastards.
So it's talking about the game with Florida coming up, and so the very first question, one of the guys, reporters asked him. He says, "Well, if you lose this game, you're still going to probably make the playoffs, And Saban's just kind of, you could tell he's getting like Mount Vesuvius, he's ready to blow up. And so finally,
it doesn't matter. I want perfection.
That's exactly what he's saying. He goes, it's never a good time to lose, and don't ever ask questions like that again, And it's like, and you could tell the reporters like, and
whoops, hold on, let me hide my credentials.
And then the reporter goes, I got another question. He asks a question, and Saban goes, you should have asked that one first, So he
has shown a little sense of humor in his latter years.
When you got to watch a video because you could just see him just boiling up.
I hate those frickin' pricks. I hate it, but you know what? What a model of consistency they are.
You can't argue with it.
Everybody else, number 2 through number 20, whoever it is, whatever order you put them in, they're all up and down. Guess what, man?
Yeah.
Bama peaked week 1.
Absolutely.
And hasn't dropped.
Absolutely.
It sucks, but that's how it is.
But
they haven't been tested.
I don't think they've been tested.
Has Bama had a game going into a fourth quarter yet?
I don't think. Well, it wasn't Mississippi State they came close.
Yeah, okay.
And they had a couple of defensive plays, but no, I don't think they've really been challenged.
They just not, especially with young kids like that, to not drop off.
And Jalen Hurt is a freshman too.
Yeah.
But
because everybody has those trap games.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody does.
Yeah,
Bama smoked them.
They have not been forced to really throw the ball to come back, so that's going to be the real.
There's ways to beat Bama.
There of course there are ways.
There
to
is
beat Bama.
nobody unbeatable in college football.
No.
He hasn't been smacked in the mouth, knocked on his ass, and he's never had a grass stain on his backside.
Yep.
So trust me, when that happens a little bit, let's talk.
So we could talk about that. We're going to be talking about that really. That's right. You're going to be talking about that really quick because Bama 1, Ohio State 2, Clemson 3, and Washington 4, and then Michigan only dropped down to 5.
Well, you know what? I mean, 3 loses to 2 in one of the most epic battles of all time.
Yeah.
But look who's behind them: Wisconsin and Penn State.
It's 6 and 7.
Well, they beat both those teams.
Absolutely.
So how do you drop them below?
Okay, so
you can't.
The fun is going to be okay. I'm assuming that here's this hypothetical: Bama wins over Florida. I don't see them.
They'll win by 47.
They're going to.
No, they're going to win by 47.
And Saban will be pissed if they don't. I mean, he's going
to
write them.
The over will be covered by halftime.
Absolutely. And I'm going to assume that Clemson beats Virginia Tech.
You know what? I'm not assuming that.
I don't think that Clemson really has been challenged. I'm kind of in that boat. Yeah, I don't.
But
think
Clemson has played to the level of their opponent all
That's
year
right.
long, man.
You know they've done that, haven't they?
Yeah, they've skated by everybody. They should have lost at least one other game.
They should have lost at North Carolina State when they missed a field goal.
Yeah,
it was just flat out miss a field goal. They should have had that one.
No,
and they get the one loss. So they're not invincible. They're definitely not invincible.
VTech is an established program, man. They're going to come play with some heart.
Yep.
Get some turnovers early. You know.
Now the game I'm looking forward to is tomorrow night. And that is Washington and Colorado. And I don't think Washington's been challenged. They lost to USC.
Okay.
And now Colorado has come back up. If Washington loses...
USC, dude.
USC, you got to give them credit.
Dude.
You got to give them credit.
I guarantee you, they play Bama right now. They do not take that 49-10 ass whooping that they took early.
Heck no. That's a game.
Man.
That's a game. That team grew up. That team grew up throughout the season.
That's a team that's just on the outskirts.
Yep.
Thank God.
Yep. That's right. We'll talk about them next year. Because I think they have a freshman quarterback.
Oh yeah.
But if Washington loses, this is all based on Washington losing, I think Michigan's got a path to get in. I don't.
Well, hold on, man. Colorado's 8.
Colorado's 8.
The way these teams have been moving, there's not those massive jumps.
No,
in this.
No.
You don't.
They're too close.
It's too close. So I mean, if Michigan's ahead now, the fact that Colorado beats, Clemson's 3. But still, you're going to jump the Wisconsin Penn State winner.
No, you're not going to.
Because they're both above you.
That's right.
And Michigan beat both of them.
Yeah.
So I don't see how Michigan gets rattled. So if 3 or 4 lose, Michigan's dancing.
Yes, I completely agree. And okay,
rightfully so.
Okay, now I've heard all kinds of...
That was for the record for all my TTUN friends. I'll never say it again.
Give me some knuckles on that. I like that one.
I'll never say it again.
All right, okay.
Screw
even
the blue.
If Penn State wins, Penn State can't go up ahead.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Did you see? You remember how much that Michigan beat the snot out of Penn State?
If this committee has any credibility, top 5 are the only ones that matter right now.
Absolutely. So Michigan beat Penn State like Penn State stole money from them. 49-10.
Yep.
So you can't let a team that got beat like that in a season to go up to the top 4. That's Wisconsin.
That's kind of the same thing as keeping SC down.
Absolutely, yeah. Wisconsin lost both to Ohio State and Michigan. Even if they win the championship, and then here I'm going to throw this argument. How
weak is the Big Ten West? Wisconsin should be in the title game every year.
Absolutely.
For the next 20
if
years.
They're not,
or you're an epic failure.
Actually, they will be, at least for the next couple of years, because they got a freshman quarterback, and that kid's coming along.
As long as
nicely.
Barry Alvarez is alive, they will be there.
He's the godfather up there, man. He's got it. But here's the reason why this is working out the way it is because of Michigan State and what happened last year. And last year, Michigan State went to the championship, went to the Final Four because they won the Big Ten.
Yep.
And let's be honest, Ohio State screwed up. They should not have lost to them. But everybody in the world knew that Michigan State was not the best team out there, right? It should have been Ohio State. They go into that playoff, and they just got annihilated. They got wiped out. They got absolutely murdered by Alabama.
But they did.
So you want to have what? The best? You want the best 4 teams.
The intent of the committee is to put the 4 best teams in college football in the playoff.
Right.
And end of story. That's it. So whoever the 4 best are.
Yep.
But here's the problem. Conference championships have always meant something.
And they
especially to old farts like us. Yeah, I remember, Pac-12 and Big Ten.
Go to the Rose Bowl.
You go to the Rose Bowl.
That's
right. SEC went to the Sugar Bowl.
Yep.
ACC went to the frickin' Orange Bowl.
Yep.
And the Big 12, what was it, the Cotton Bowl maybe? Or it just, Yeah. And then, they filled in. You were rewarded for winning your conference.
Absolutely.
It's I don't know, man. If If it doesn't matter to win a conference championship, get rid of all conferences.
Do you think there's money involved? How much? Do you think there's money? I mean, I know.
What kind of question is
no,
that?
No. Here's what I mean.
In what way? In what way do you mean?
Well, because it's okay. Usually, it used to be conference championships, right?
Yeah.
And so it was always good. It was easy to make that determination. Okay, this is a conference champion. You move on. No questions asked. Now, because of the money, I mean, like I said, if I'm Doritos, I'm still remembering that Michigan State game last year because I wanted to be selling all my stuff. I want to be, selling Budweiser in the bars and stuff like that. And people were turning that game off after the end of the first quarter, right?
Yep.
There was no, you weren't getting the advertisement.
Yeah.
There is, I know it sounds like a stupid question, but the argument is that these guys, there's people paying big bucks to see the best teams out there. It's just,
there's truth to that, man. And here's the thing. Nobody in the universe travels like the Buckeye Nation.
No.
Nobody travels like the Buckeye Nation, man. You know what? You can put a game on Mars, and we'll put 108,000 in that stadium.
I tell you what. You've got Michigan people that have tickets ready to go right now. They've been saving other freaking flyer miles for years now to be able to go something like this, right? You're doggone right. they want to go somewhere.
Oh, Christ. So many of them expired, man. They're getting pissed.
They want to go somewhere. Absolutely. So that's, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to see what happens here. To me, it all comes down to Washington and see what happens tomorrow night.
A lot more going on in college football, though, man.
There is. There's a dude that we've been talking about. We've been showing him love all year long, Mr. Herman down in Houston.
We showing him love international title.
Yeah.
I'll go down and kiss that man's ass.
I tell you what, how quickly after their game on Saturday that, do you think
First off, man, Charlie Strong got boned.
Yeah, he did. And
the only way they justify it is he's got a $10 million buyout.
Yeah.
That's still doing a man wrong.
Did you see? Okay,
because I guarantee you, man, you give Charlie Strong another 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Texas is freaking beating the shit out of everybody, man. And here's what's going to happen. Herman's going to go in. Herman is an offensive guru.
Yeah.
If Herman was still at Ohio State, we'd be averaging 97 points a game this year, man. Yeah. And the long ball would not be a problem. It just he's all that, and I mean he propelled Cardell Jones in 3 games to God status.
Yeah.
I mean Cardell might have had a little something to do with it, but he's a phenomenal offensive mind. It's Texas. You ain't hurting for freaking athletes.
You're not hurting for athletes, but you know what? I'm sure that Charlie Strong could do it in a couple years.
Charlie had a thing going, man. They did him wrong, man.
You know what?
You know what? The Texas alumni and the big boot, they turned on him.
Dude, and
they want to win right now. And not only do they want to win right now, they want to win with style.
You're the Texas alumni. You see Ohio State winning. You see Alabama winning. You see Michigan coming back. They get a head coach.
It's bullshit, man. Charlie got a host job. I don't care if you get $10 million out of the deal, which is ridiculously good.
It is,
but it's wrong.
Yep. He actually got $10 million. And then they bought out the coaches, assistant coaches, for $6 million.
You know what? That's a class act, man. Yeah. That's a class act. At least those people are getting taken care of.
And then
that is cool.
And then they contributed another $2.5 million to Houston. That is Texas
to release. Yeah. So they got what? $19 million. $19 million check just to talk.
That's
to
all
Mr.
it was.
Herman.
That's all it was.
Hello, Mr. Herman. This is a $20 million call. So let's make sure we're on Wi-Fi.
I think a Texas shirt was thrown in too because last time I saw me had a Texas shirt on. So I'm sure $19 million in a Texas shirt.
It's great, but you know what? I'm a little disappointed. Here's the thing. Okay, you know what, Coach? And I understand. He's moving from Houston to Austin. It's Texas.
Sure.
Family thing and the whole shebit.
Sure.
But you know what? If it were me and the legendary man who is legendary, God, Saban's at Alabama, and you're going to LSU, I'm going to LSU, dude. I'm going to the Bayou.
I go Texas. I think Texas.
Not a chance.
I go Texas.
Texas is in that clown-ass conference.
Texas.
The SEC is arguably the best, one of the top 2 at worst conferences. You have the most legendary coach in football right now in Saban at Alabama, who's your arch nemesis. You want to be as Ric Flair used to say, You want to be the man? You got to beat the man.
You know what?
Why don't you show up? And I'm disappointed, man. From a competitive standpoint, I don't want to LSU. LSU has more pros in the NFL in the last 6 years than anybody. You ain't hurting down there. Les Miles has got a full ass cupboard, man. Find a guy to sling the ball. Tom Herman, I think you know how to find somebody to sling the ball.
I think that Herman. Okay, now you could do the same thing at LSU, but over the past couple of years, because Tech's been down, Harbaugh, Meyer, Saban, they've been raping Texas. They've been getting all the kids out of Texas and going to other places. Herman knows Texas now. He's going to get all these good players from Texas, going to go to the University of Texas. He's going to stick down there. And I'm sure there are family matters, too, that, he's already down in Texas. I'm sure, they're coming to play.
Please understand, I'm not knocking the man for taking care of his family, get repaid ridiculous amounts of money.
He'd have got any LSU, too.
I get it,
He would have got any LSU, too.
But God damn, man. I mean,
it's
I don't know, man. It's like
it's gonna be fun.
That would be the equivalent to going to LSU in the 70s, man, when Bear Bryant is God at Bama, and taking them down.
Yeah,
I mean, how big a challenge? I don't get it, man.
It's everybody's going to be using.
I'm at LSU.
Everybody's going to be using Harbaugh as the example now for Herman, because what Harbaugh has done in 2 years. They're going to expect the exact same thing.
Man. I'm at LSU.
I like Texas. I think if I were him, I would have. My heart would have gone Texas.
I'm in the Bayou. I'm in the Bayou.
I'd have gone to Austin. I'm in Austin, baby. I'm in Austin.
Well, you know what?
We
can agree that you're wrong.
We'll see a playoff time. Yeah. So, and the other one, we PJ Fleck. Word is that he's going to go to Purdue. I mean, that's
cool.
That's a cool
Purdue
thing.
needs something, man.
Purdue, you know what? You're absolutely right.
I mean, there was a time late 90s, early 2000s and whatnot. They were producing some studs. There's this quarterback down in New Orleans that went to Purdue.
He wasn't too bad, was he?
Texas
boy,
no doubt.
That's right.
Yeah, he's okay.
Yeah,
he might have won a Super Bowl, might be headed to Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he's only
maybe third or fourth ballot.
Oh, jeez,
that's sarcasm, by the way.
No.
And they always produced some good linebackers and whatnot. I don't know, man.
Yeah. Okay, one final thing about college football. Heisman Trophy. I know that up to this point, Lamar Jackson has been the, he took a lot of heat the other day for doing the Heisman pose in a loss. Now they don't get the Heisman Trophy for being the smartest dude out there or the most cultured. I mean, just the wisest.
Yeah.
It's for the best player. Because,
look, man, you know what? What is he? 20 freaking years old?
Yeah, probably something like that. 21,
He's
22.
out there having fun.
He's having a good time.
I can't, and the only thing I can say is, Desmond did it, so he kind of killed it for everybody.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Did. Yeah, he did.
At this point, everything else you do is a copycat. So but for an athlete like that to celebrate himself just a smidge.
Hey.
I ain't got a problem.
You know what?
Man.
You got to give the kids it. You got to,
and he's a kid. I mean, he's freaking 20 years old, man.
You got to give the kids.
He's got the scrutiny of the universe on him with cameras and everything else. I mean,
you got to give him a little leeway
there.
They're kids.
How many touchdowns does he have?
I think he was 30 passing and a couple dozen running.
You know what? You know what?
It's over 50 touchdowns he's been, part of this season, something like that.
You know what? He should have been doing that freaking pose earlier. I'm sorry.
Do a better pose. Yeah. He could have been doing it earlier.
How do you? No.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, if Deshaun Watson won it, I'm just saying, I just wouldn't be surprised if he came through, because he's led the team twice, 2 years in a row. Now, you shouldn't be giving it to him just because, you've had a great career of sorts. You should do it just because he had a great season. But there's probably going to be some people kind of thinking like me, well, he's take him to the championship again, there, blah, blah, blah. But, no, when you just look at the numbers and the numbers alone, Jackson, hands down.
Yeah. So, I mean, and, these kids get exploited all to hell anyways, man. You got a little extra camera time. Okay, I'm good with it.
I'm
good with it. I'm good with it. He earned it.
He earned it. I'll give you that. Knuckles, man. All right. I think we beat up college football here.
Yeah, I'm sick of it.
That's right. until tomorrow night. Okay. So let's move on to Last week's pro picks, man.
You know what? Oh, yeah, baby. All right, last week, dude. The Brim Double M Stone was 13-3 straight up for a disgusting 81%.
That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad
at all. Oh, my God. You were 10-6 against a spread.
Yeah.
You made a shit ton of cash. You know, if you quit betting 50 cents a game.
56%.
Yeah.
56%.
Hold on. Pipe down. This is my section.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
I was 12-4 straight up. No. I was 12.
Yeah, you were.
I was 12-4.
Yeah.
You were one game better than me.
Yeah.
And you were one game better than me against the spread.
It just
you beat me by one in both.
It was a nice week.
But here's the deal. Here's the deal.
Yeah.
You are currently at 62.7% straight up for the year. I'm at 63.8. I have surpassed you.
I have
surpassed
You've been doing a nice job of that catching up.
Against the spread, you're at 55.9. I'm at 51.4. And I've closed that gap significantly.
Yeah, and that's where the money is too.
And I guarantee you, by the end of the season, I will beat you in both.
You know what? It's I'm living in the big house, and you're living in the servants' quarters right now, dude. I mean, it's
well, you know what? I'm talking shit from the closet. I will beat you in both.
Right.
We're gonna have to do some sort of wager, man.
You know what?
We are going
to do some wager on that. Okay,
yeah.
Well, let's get creative about that.
But regardless, we both had a really good week, man. So that's
you know what?
Good.
A beautiful week.
What games jumped out at you last week?
The first one, the Cowboys. I mean, what do you want to say about them? I mean, just an absolute, the national audience, everybody in the world's watching them, and they just,
beat the shit out of us.
They did. I mean, you got to give them credit. I mean, it's really a thing of beauty. They're doing everything right. They're even up from the ownership on down. They're doing everything right.
Yep.
They are. It's really impressive.
Well, here's the deal. And Browns fans, you might want to take notes. Put together the greatest offensive line you can.
Yeah.
And everybody behind them looks phenomenal.
Yep, absolutely.
And when you're given the opportunity to put phenomenal people behind a phenomenal line, ridiculous shit happens.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Ridiculous shit happens. That's all you can say.
And, another game. The Lions. The Lions are in first freaking place.
I love it, man. I love it.
What they started out? What it was like 1-3 or 1-4.
They stunk the universe up, man.
They were their kitties. They had no teeth. They were there was no purr in that. That's all they were doing. I mean, they are now in first place, and with the Packers just sucking it up. The Vikings, they get 2 wins over the Vikings now, and the Bears. The Bears are a grease fire.
They're on lots of tiebreakers, man.
Absolutely,
they're in good shape.
Absolutely, they certainly are. That's a beautiful one. My Raiders had a nice game against the Carolina Panthers.
You know what? Your boy Derek Carr is an animal. Did you see the 90-degree finger he was still chucking the ball with?
Yeah, did you see that? I took a couple of clips. I put it on Twitter.
They popped it in place, and it was still at 90.
Well, what they said was he had 2 dislocations.
Oh, my God.
He had a double because.
Are you serious?
Yeah, what happened was they took him on the sidelines, and they popped it back in place, and he goes, it still hurts. And then they look at it again, and they go, dude, you get 2 dislocations. So they pop it back in.
What happened that he dislocated it? I didn't see.
It was on the snap. He took,
the snap. He got his hand in the wrong spot.
He took the direct snap right on the finger.
Well, imagine a 300-pound man leaning all his weight on that
That's
football.
exactly what happened was.
Snap. Do you know how fast that thing is? Oh,
my God. When you look at...
Oh, my God.
When I've got it on the phone. I'll show it to you afterwards. When you look at the film and you show his finger, it is like just pointed straight down. It's in a position that your finger is not supposed to be.
Do you see how ugly
that was? Yeah.
That one's been 90 degrees both ways a couple times.
Yeah. He took a direct snap right on the finger. And then,
that's ugly.
You know what? And then he finished the game, and he threw a couple bombs at the end. I mean, that
Oh, dude, he didn't feel that finger much longer.
No, he didn't. No.
There was a needle going in that subject.
You play ball. When you see somebody taking it for the team, and just taking a hit and something like that, that's got to give you some inspiration to go out there and go, man, this guy's
especially when it's that pussy position quarterback.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're going, you know what? That motherfucker's tough as nails.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
Mr. Pretty Boy's tough.
You know what?
I'm
going to block for him. I'm going to catch that ball. I'm going to, you're going to do all those things, right? Yeah, just because.
Derek Carr is a Raider.
Yeah.
He's a Raider.
He fits the mold.
He's a
He
Raider.
fits the mold. He fits the mold. Another one.
I'm so glad your team is back, by the way.
The Cowboys and the Raiders, man. It's wow.
Maybe we'll see you in the Super Bowl.
That would be something
what?
else.
If Cowboys Raiders happens, me and you are going to the Super Bowl.
Oh shit, we got to do something like that. Absolutely.
No, we're going. We're going. We're road tripping. Where's the Super Bowl this year?
Is it Tampa? I'm not sure where it is.
It's close enough, man.
It's in North America. I'm going to tell you that. It's somewhere in North America.
There you go. Well, if it's in Florida, Tampa, mommy and daddy have a place in Venice.
It might be Houston.
I don't care.
Okay, we'll look it up. We'll find out where that is. And then while you're looking that up, the Chiefs and the Broncos game. I watched a bit of that.
Chiefs! I've always liked Kansas City, man.
Did you see the Willie Masconi bank shot off of the
was that not awesome? Was that not awesome?
Went away to end the game.
Oh, my God. More. But here's the thing, man.
Yeah.
How impressive is Alex Smith?
I tell you what.
That sumbitch is a classy dude, man.
He doesn't look it. He doesn't play like it. He's consistent, and that's exactly what a Chiefs team. They utilize a guy to his strengths. They don't ask him to do anything that he can't do. They take advantage of his strengths and then just minimize the weaknesses. That's coaching. That's coaching, and that's just playing the kid what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
All right. So moving on to this week, then. Okay, tonight, it's Thursday night, December 1st.
Cowboys destroy the Vikings, those candy-ass sons of bitches.
Oh, I tell you what, the poor Vikes, the poor Vikes, I think they're toast. I think that after this game, they're definitely toast.
They're going to get thundered.
Yeah, I think they are. I've got them both ways, straight up and spread. I'm with you completely. I heard some stories that AP might come back like the last two games. I know they're going to need him because they're going to be out of it by then.
I don't give a shit.
I wouldn't put him in. I mean, just kill his knee again.
Kansas City and Atlanta, that's a good one.
That's a nice-looking game.
That's a good one.
That is a nice-looking game. I completely agree with you.
I got to think about that one.
That is a nice-looking game. It's Kansas City wants to keep pace with the Raiders and the Broncos. Oh. The Falcons are in first place in their division. I mean, it's and they want to stay there. That has a beautiful-looking matchup.
Here you go. Here's the blunder of the day.
Yeah.
1-10 Frisco, 2-9 Chicago. At worst, the winning team improves their winning percentage 66%.
Oh yeah,
1-10
those are
versus
some big
2-9,
numbers there.
Man.
Yeah, really.
Oh my God.
Who in the hell in their right mind is going to go to that game? I mean, seriously.
It's in Chicago, man.
I know they'll show up. They'll show up. People will show up just to ridicule them, if anything.
There's booze, man. Bears fans are there.
Between the two teams, 3-19. That is absolutely just. Oh my gosh. That is horrific.
Mm-hmm.
The Packers are.
And you know what? What's going on with the Pack, man?
They're Gouda.
Well, you know what? I'm glad they came back and beat Philly up. But,
okay.
But what's this whole Aaron Rodgers and his estranged family, and they all hate his girlfriend, and
it just sounds.
What the frick
it
is
just
that?
Sounds.
That's crazy shit, man. You know what? Here's a gig. And I don't sound like an asshole.
Yeah.
When these guys get these serious girlfriends, their game suffers.
That's right. Justin Verlander, Kate Upton. I mean, he couldn't throw a freaking baseball across
and
the
you know
plate.
what? If you're dating Kate Upton, your game should suffer. Hello, Captain Obvious, but I mean...
No, you're absolutely right. It is... You know what? Don't put it on Rodgers. They're not running the ball. It doesn't look like their offensive line is...
They're one-dimensional as hell,
That's exactly
man.
right. That's exactly right.
I get it, but...
It's
but all this backdoor,
it's
drama and all that shit, that is so anti-Green Bay,
dude. It's Green Bay.
I mean?
They got nothing else going on up there. Have you been up there? There's nothing there.
No.
There's absolutely nothing. So they need that game over the Texans. I think the Texans are actually going to win.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it is up in Packland. It's up in the
cheeseheads
will be out.
Sure.
The Gouda cheese. I mean, they are Gouda cheese. Put them in Saran wrap and just put them in the fridge, and pull them out next year because they're absolutely toast after that one. My Raiders and Bills. That is.
Man?
That's a nice looking matchup.
Yeah, you know what? Buffalo's playing damn good football. That'll be a tough one.
They are. I think
you're at home, though, baby. You're at home.
And they need that game at home.
Yeah,
because that's going to be a tough one. That's going to be a tough one.
Yep.
What do you think about the Giants and Steelers? That is I tell you what.
When did New York become 8-3?
No shit. No, I look at that.
That's the quietest 8-3 I've ever seen in my life.
Did we
and here's
type
the thing.
it in wrong? Yeah, no, they are
8-3.
Yeah,
we're 10-1. But they beat us game one.
I know.
So we only have like a 1-game lead on them.
That's all you have.
And if they come back, we play them in a week or two. They beat us and they own. Ooh, that's ugly, man. So,
that is.
That's looming as a showdown.
I'm with you.
Giants, man. It's freaking Eli, that freaking douchebag.
How in the hell?
I don't know how they do it, man.
Usually the dude's 6-7 right now, something like that. No, they're quietly putting together.
Yep,
and
solid.
I think you said it too. Quiet. Where in the hell did they come from? You look at that, and go.
And how does any New York team go 8-3 like that, and it's quiet?
And nobody's saying anything about it. I mean, that is just stupid.
Yeah.
And then the Steelers need that game just to keep pace.
They sure do.
Now, I will say this. This is a potential Super Bowl matchup in the sense that those are two teams that scare you in the playoffs. You don't want to go up against Ben Roethlisberger in the playoffs. I mean, guy just
they're like 3 games on the outside looking there.
I know, but I'm just saying if they get in, we don't want them in. I know the Raiders. The Raiders don't want the Steelers in. They do not want the Steelers in.
Pittsburgh cost you like 3 Super Bowls in the 70s.
Shit, you're talking. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just,
I mean, the immaculate freaking contraception.
Why don't you just put more needles underneath my fingernails, man? I mean, yeah, really. No, why don't you do a Derek Carr in my pinky?
Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, seriously. Yeah, I know how that goes. Yeah. I don't want to see the Steelers. I don't want to see the Steelers at all in the playoffs.
No, you got 6 Super Bowls.
Oh, I tell you what, it's so it's fun. We've got some really fun games. You see anything else out there?
From the pros? Well, here's interesting, man. Our boy Gronkowski. They just announced he's going back surgery, man.
Oh, seriously?
Herniated disc.
Oh,
he's out like 8 to 10 weeks. So he's done.
Oh, geez. So he's done for the season.
He's essentially done for the
he's
year.
Done for the year.
And I tell you what, man. The Patriots without the Gronk are a different animal.
I tell you what.
Look out, Miami Dolphins.
It's let's see here, because the Dolphins are sitting at 7-4. They're having quietly a nice season as well. You got to give them credit here. So we've got some fun stuff coming up here, man. This is, I think that we beat the snot out of everything as we usually do. This is a fun time. Hey, what do you think about what's going down in Tennessee down there?
Oh man, heartfelt, to everyone down in Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge area, man. You've seen some of the things on Facebook, man. Yeah. You're just dropping your jaw. You showed me at work the one episode where a guy's driving his family down the road, and there's just flames everywhere. And I'm going, how do you see the road? How do you see the road?
You said it. You said it looked like a video game.
Yeah.
I mean, it was that kind of bad.
It looked like you were driving out of the 7 depths of hell, man.
Just sad. It's a beautiful part of the country. They'll come back. But everybody's thinking about them.
Yeah. Prayers out to everyone, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So, dude, this was absolutely another fun time.
Oh yeah,
absolute blast.
We're Hall of Fame material, bro.
Our Hall of Fame.
Which Hall and what fame? I'm not sure, but you know what? If we have to make our own, we'll do it.
We will do it. Damn it. Okay. Hey, we'll talk to you later, man.
Ciao, boys.
See ya. Bye.